Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my respected panel and lecturers. My name is Nur Shazani binti Ismail. Today, I would like to present my research entitled Assessing the Correlation Between Urban Heat Islands and Built-up Areas Using Remote Sensing Technology. So next, I will explain about background of the study. So next, we go for my study area. My study area is Pulau Pinang, Malaysia. Why I choose Pulau Pinang? Because Pulau Pinang is one of the fastest urbanizing states in Malaysia. The increase in buildings and infrastructures make it stable location to study the urban heat island effect and relationship between both area. Nowadays, rapid urbanization increase the number of buildings, roads and other built-up areas. At the same time, vegetation is decreasing because more land is being developed. Built-up surface absorbs and store more heat compared to vegetation. As a result, the land surface temperature becomes higher, leading to the urban heat island phenomenon. Therefore, this study is important to understand the relationship between urban development and increasing surface temperature. So next, we move on to objective. For my research, I have three objectives. First, the first objective is to retrieve land surface temperature, which is LST, from Landsat satellite image using Google Earth Engine. The second objective is to identify built-up areas by using two spectral indices, which are NDBI and NDVI. And the third objective is to evaluate the correlation between built-up area and urban heat island effect. So, this objective help us understand whether increasing urban development contributes to higher temperatures. So, we will go with the crucial part of this thesis, which is methodology. So, this methodology consists five phases, and we will go one by one. So, let's start with phase one. I started with a literature review, selected Pulau Pinang as a study area, selected stable Landsat 8 image, and determined the research objective. And in phase 2, I collected satellite data from Landsat 8 using Google Earth Engine platform. I choose Landsat 8 because it provides thermal band needed to calculate LST. It also has 30 meter spatial resolutions and long-term historical data, making it stable for monitoring temperature changes over time. For the phase 3, which is pre-processing. Before analyzing the satellite image, several pre-processing steps were carried out, including image filtering, cloud masking, clipping the image to the study area, and scaling. Then, the data processing stage was performed. First, I generated land surface temperature using thermal band. Second, I calculated NDVI, which represents vegetation, and I calculated NDBI, which represent built-up areas. All these processes were completed using Google Earth Engine. In the final phase, I generated three main output, which are LST map, NDBI map, and NDVI map. After that, I performed Bayesian correlation analysis to measure the strength of the relationship between the variables. The correlation value range from -1 to 1, where values closer to 1 indicate a strong positive relationship, while values closer to -1 indicate a strong negative relationship. For the result, these are the maps produced from the study. The first map shows the land surface temperature distribution. Second map shows the built-up area using NDBI. And the third map shows the vegetation distribution using NDVI. So, from this map, we can clearly observe the area with more built-up development generally have higher temperatures, while areas with more vegetation have lower temperatures. So, for discussion, based on the findings, there are three important points. First, higher NDVI values correspond to higher land surface temperatures. Second, higher NDVI values correspond to lower temperatures because vegetation provides cooling shading and evapotranspirations. Finally, this study demonstrates that urban development is one of the main factors contributing to the urban heat island phenomenon. These findings can help planners make better decisions for sustainable urban development. In conclusion, this study successfully achieved all three objectives. The results show that built-up areas increase land surface temperature, while vegetation helps reduce the urban heat island effect. In addition, remote sensing technology provides an efficient and reliable method for monitoring temperature changes over large areas. Therefore, sustainable land use planning is important to reduce future urban heat island impacts. So for recommendation, this is my recommendation. For future work, I recommend increasing urban green space and preserving existing vegetation. And remote sensing should continue to be used regular monitoring of urban heat island. Also, future studies can also use more years of satellite data to better understand long-term temperature changes. With all of that, that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention and thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my research.